All right, good stuff. Okay, now kind of similar with last time, guys. I'm going to have my brother on here. He's probably on here now. He'll help answer some questions with anything you guys might have. And then at the end, I'm going to kind of open it up for a Q&A for you guys. Full transparency, whatever you guys have for me. There's going to be some of you guys that are new. I did invite a few people. So if you're new, I'm going to tell you right now, the majority of the information you can get right on our pinned post. Go to the pinned post and check out our website and all that. But we do have a special, kind of like a promo thing we're going to offer you guys, and everybody's going to benefit. So whether you contribute to this or not, it doesn't matter, because in the end you're going to benefit. And then of course, if you do contribute, you're going to make out even better, and you'll understand that in a minute. Now, when we got started with this, okay, we asked this broker, FX Choice, we asked them to do some favors and work out a deal with us, on the spread and certain fees and stuff like that. So just to make us more profitable. And they kind of looked the other way. They said they don't do anything special. The MAM account, it is what it is, pretty much. So and then they came back and said, well, they don't do it for everybody, but if we had $100,000, they said they would work something out. We didn't mention it to you guys because, that's kind of a little bit away. Well, they seen that after our first week, we almost double our deposits. They seen that more people were coming on board. And they actually, I think we were asking them another question, my brother was, and they actually brought it up and said they noticed, we had more people coming on board and stuff. And they wanted to work with us, and they decided they would do this deal they would cut it in half, the requirement. So basically, once we're at a $50,000 trading account, trading $50,000, okay, they would do this. Now, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't tell you what the deal is. All I can, because they don't do this for anybody else. In fact, they don't even do it for other MAM accounts or anything like that. It's kind of like a special side deal that they made with us. The bottom line, all you have to know is that it's going to put more money in our profits, in our pockets, sorry. More profit in our pockets. So, at the end of the day, at the end of each week or month or what have you, whatever our, profit is, it's going to be built into that. So it's not like you're going to notice it. It's not going to be a huge deal, but over time it will be a big deal. And, it's kind of like the penny saved is a penny earned kind of thing. On our losses, we're going to lose a little less. On our wins, we're going to have won a little bit more. Okay, so that's all I can say. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but it is pretty cool that they, they kind of bent over backwards for us and offered us this. So as you guys know, we don't do this is an MLM deal. We don't do any kind of affiliate thing if you refer anybody. So, but we do have the performance fee thing. So what we're going to do is offer you guys something. What we're trying to do is get to that $50,000 mark. Okay. Now, again, this is the nice part about it. Okay. Whether you contribute or not with this, once we hit the 50,000, all the accounts are going to, be on this setting, if you will, where you're all going to benefit from it. Okay. But what we're going to do with you guys, and I want to let you know too, because I've had a couple people reach out and say, we don't want to ruin a good thing. We don't want to get too big or anything like that. Trust me, I know. Okay, I know that we're doing everything by the book. That's why we don't do any referral fees or anything like that. And just to let you guys know, we're only around 20, I believe 25 or under, right around 25, give or take one or two people, with the platform here. So we're far from where our limit would be. Basically, as long as we stay under 99, or should I say 99 or under 100, we're a private club. We're just simply a private investment club. That's it. Okay, and we stay under that category. So we got plenty of room there. However, if we do hit a certain amount of trading funds, if we get to $100,000 or $150,000 account that we're trading, we very well may close the doors at that point, because we want to allow plenty of room for growth within our membership with you guys. You know, if it's say it's $100,000, we want you guys to grow your accounts to multi-million, you know, over $1 million and up. And the cool thing is we can scale this very, very big. Our lot sizes, we can go up to like 1,000 lot sizes, which is basically $1 million account. So or over $1 million, 1.2, 1.3 million with our current settings, risk settings. Okay, so we're good to go there. So what we're going to do with you guys to try to help get to this 50K mark as soon as possible, because the sooner we get there, the better it is for all of us on all of our trades. Okay, and we'll get into that in a minute too. Is we're gonna do a thing from now to the end of the month. Okay, so and this is whether you're new, maybe you're not even in yet. Okay, you haven't even deposited yet, or whether you already have 1,000, 5,000, even 10,000 with us. Okay, if you deposit $500 up to $999, okay, we're going to give you a free week of performance fee. So we're going to give you, and this will be in July, by the way. So the first week in July, regardless of what profit you make, you keep 100% of it, there will be no performance fee. Okay. Now here's the beauty of this. It doesn't matter. You could have $5,000 in here trading with us right now, and you add $500. You're trading obviously $5,500 at that point. Your performance fee is going to be waived on your entire balance. So, you know, if we have a good week that week, whatever you made on the entire balance, not just the 500, but on the whole balance, you don't pay a penny. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So $500 to $1,000, it'll be one week performance fee paid for free. Okay, if you do 1,000 to $49.99, so basically 1 to 5,000, it will be 2 weeks. Okay, and then if you happen to want to come in big and do 5,000 or more, we're literally going to waive an entire month for you. No performance fee on your entire balance for a full month. Now, obviously that's taking that's how we make our money, is the 30% performance fee, my brother and I, and we're not doing this for free, obviously. So yes, we're giving up a big chunk of our fees, where we get our money, but we're really thinking long term with this. We want to help everybody out, get to that quota, get to that 50K mark. And at that point, we're only running this for a couple weeks. Okay. So this isn't going to be an ongoing thing or anything like that, guys. So now's the time, if you have it, you want to, add to it, now's the time to do it. And we decided to, because we were thinking, well, what if we happen to have like a down week? You have that one performance free week, and maybe that's a week we don't make a profit, or we're basically even, and you feel like it was wasted. Well, what we're going to do is we figured if it's like 5%, if it's under 5% profit, so if you make a profit of 4%, we're going to consider that a wash, and we will extend it another week. Okay, so we'll give you another week. If you have 2 free weeks, chances are one of those 2 weeks, we'll have we'll have profit, but we'll do the same thing. We'll extend it till there's a profit. And of course, we haven't, knock on wood, we haven't had a losing month yet, but if that happened with the month, we would do a similar thing with that. And it'll be a case by case. And you guys, I need to tell you, you need to let me know, or email us, not me, but email us at the questions, the FXGenQuestions @gmail.com, and say, okay, I put in this amount. And just give us your name. You can give us your account number if you want, but just a name and the amount. And I'm gonna actually be handling this separately. Okay, it's kind of a manual thing that we're gonna do, and then we can go in the back office. We could actually week by week check off the performance fee for certain people to waive it, which is pretty cool that we can do that. We couldn't do that before. We do have that option with FX Choice, which is nice. Okay, guys. And one more thing we're gonna do. So, and like I said, if you're not in yet and you're just now getting involved, the timing's perfect, because this is your chance to come in and hit the ground running, with and when it comes July, with the free performance fee. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're also, so like I was saying, if you're brand new and you're just coming in, $500 is the minimum, okay, to come in, and that would give you the 1 week. Now we're also going to do this. If you refer somebody, maybe you don't have any funds, or you don't want to put any more in right now, or whatever, but if you refer somebody, there's no commissions or anything like that, but what we're going to do is kind of similar. All you have to do is give us the name of the person. We're not going to know you referred them, but we don't need to know how much because we can find that. So you don't have to ask if you bring somebody in, you don't have to say how much did you come in with. We can tell you that. Okay, just give us the name of the person. Say, I referred this person. They came in, and what we'll do is we're going to do a 2-tier with that. Just to make sure I have it right. So if you refer each person you refer, you're going to get 1 week. Okay, so for each person that you bring in, even if it's at the minimum, you'll get a week, and that's per referral, like I said. And then if you bring in somebody with $5,000, you'll get 2 weeks. Okay, and if you bring in 2 people with $5,000, yes, you'll get 4 weeks. But if you bring in one person, say with $10,000, no, it's just the 2 weeks. So it's per referral. So you guys, we're going to put this, we'll put this below probably later on, after the Facebook Live here, and so you guys aren't confused. How much was it again, and all that. And we don't want to stress too much on that, guys. We just want to reward you for helping the community, helping us all get to that quota, so we can all be better off. Everybody that has an account, whether you add to it or not, you're going to save on the deal that we got with the broker. And then, of course, if you did contribute, you're saving on the performance fee. Oh, and this is like a trifecta, guys. This is awesome. So the 15% bonus you get when you first deposited money with Bitcoin, you're going to get that too. So you're going to get an additional 15% on that deposit as well. So whether you're a new person coming in, just to let you know, you'll get a 15% deposit when you deposit with Bitcoin. And if you add to it, you're going to get that. So it's a win-win-win all around, guys. And then, of course, my brother and I, we're looking long-term. We want to, build a rather large account. So that way, obviously, and of course, we're motivated to make money for you guys. So that way we get our share with the performance fee. Long term. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, guys. I'm looking at some of my brothers in there answering some questions. Cool. Okay, and just a couple other things I want to mention. Let me see. I had a couple notes here. I want to make sure I don't forget anything either. Yeah. Oh, and that's one thing I want to mention too, guys. I mean, imagine this. Now, obviously, in past profits, I need to put that disclaimer in there, guys. Past profits do not indicate future results. This is real live Forex trading. Anything can happen, right? But let's say you get a free 2 weeks or a free month, and it just so happens we get one of our monster trades that week and hit, like we did a few weeks ago, hit 45%, in one trade. That's 100% going to you. We don't get a penny of that. So it could really, really work out to your favor. If that be the situation, if we get that monster trade, and as you know, it's just a matter of time before we get those trades. They pop up once or twice a month, sometimes more. So I went over the referral thing, the broker bonus. Michael, if I seem to miss anything, just chime in there and let me know. I'm gonna look down here on the computer too, see if I'm missing any questions. Yeah, like Michael said, we'll list everything on the Facebook page and probably the website as well. Paul, you're asking, I don't know if Michael answered that, but the execution, yeah, he just answered it. Okay, it's a little delay over here. Yeah, execution's great, you guys. Now, I don't know if I should mention this or not. I didn't really ask my brother, but it's, because this is like his area here. He's still testing things out. And you guys, I want to let you know, we're always doing a lot behind the scenes, okay, when it comes to like, improving on what we already have. That goes for both the EA that we have, the software. I could let you know now we're actually testing another version. It's a whole additional software where it'll do 2 actual trades instead of orders. And while that might seem kind of counterproductive, we need to do testing on it first. But we're doing the numbers by just looking at past trades, and it might actually turn out to be even more profitable because we won't have to worry about slippage. In other words, sometimes we'll get into a trade, it'll move 30 pips, and we'll only get 12 pips, and that's because the execution time, and it's got to fill the order. And that little half a second could be 15 pips that's already moved before we're in the trade. And that's fine. We're still making, whatever 10% on that trade or whatever it amounts to. But by being already in the trade in both directions, and we have that tight stop loss, we're only going to lose a few pips on the loser. Obviously, we're going to win one and lose one. Every time we're going to have a loss, but it will be minimal, and we will get the full ride on the in the direction that the trade goes. So we're already in the trade. When it makes its move, instead of getting in it here, riding it from here to the top, we're in it already at the very bottom. We're going to get all those extra pips that we normally haven't been getting. So now, we're not going to know for sure until we do this live and we run it with our personal accounts, with small lot sizes, just to see if what we're thinking it can do, it actually does perform the way we think it should. And if it does, guys, this could be huge, turning something that's already awesome into just crazy profits with that. So keep our fingers crossed there. We'll keep you updated, okay? The one thing I was saying, I don't know if I should be mentioning or not, but I got pretty excited. My brother's been testing out another system, if you will, a hedging system, and this one, and it's working. Okay. The problem is we can't incorporate it right now because he doesn't get a lot of sleep as it is, and he'd be getting like no sleep because most of these trades are in the London session, I believe, throughout the night. And you need to, when one goes one way and turns the other way and hits a stop loss, you got to change the stop loss in the other direction, put a trailing stop. It gets pretty confusing the way it works. So we're trying to turn that into an EA, into a software. And if we do, wow. And this is the really nice thing with this too, is we're not going to be losing tons of pips on it. It's going to be similar to the other EA in the sense that, and Michael, stop me if I'm wrong. I want to make sure I don't say something that's inaccurate. But we'll be able to scale up our lot sizes with that as well. Of course, we'll start small, work our way up. But because we'll be in both directions, we will have a hedge in both directions. And once it goes a certain percent of the way in one direction, we release the other trade and ride the wave. Okay, and there's a strategy behind that. But the bottom line is we're not going to be losing 20, 30, 40 pips or anything like that on a trade. We'll be just kind of like a scalping scenario where we're just grinding out a few pips, maybe 3 to 5 pips on a trade, and losses won't be, shouldn't be, maybe here and there we could lose both sides or with the spread, but it won't be that detrimental or anything like that to our accounts. So that's super exciting, guys. And the thing with that is it's more trades, okay? It's more trades, but it's pretty consistent from what we've been seeing. It's not going to make us, we're not going to hit a 20, 30, 40% trade in 5 seconds or anything like that we can with our other EA, but it can add an extra, anywhere from 10 to possibly up to 25, 30% in a month to what we already have going, and it won't interfere with our other trading. So this is just added on to. This will be cumulative over and above our other profits. In other words, it's not going to sacrifice doing the other EA. It'll be in conjunction with it, just adding more to it. Okay, guys. So that's let's see what Michael said. Yeah, 3 to 5 pips per trade, 4 to 8 trades a night. Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot more trading. And if you guys have any other questions, like with the other manual trading, I call it, it's definitely Murphy's Law. The week before last week, right before we implemented it with you guys, we just crushed it, with those the manual trades, and then we come on board, we did the trading, and we had some losses with the MAM account here, but the other company investment group that's looking at us to have us as their traders, they've seen it from the beginning, and they know it does very well. We just kind of put the brakes on it for right now with you guys, just because the EA's working, and as we mentioned before, if the EA's working good, there's no reason to even mess with it right now, with the exception of this other hedging one, because that one's set up a little bit differently. We're not going to be taking big risks or losing tons of pips or anything like that. So I think I pretty much went over everything. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and chime in there. Like you guys been doing a good job of that so far. It looks like Michael's handling everything. So we'll take some questions, whether you're new, getting started, or already in and have a couple questions regarding anything, the trading, anything. Yeah, Paul, absolutely, man. We got a very busy week ahead of us. Oh, if you guys noticed the last trade, we had one at 10 in the morning, and that was a late comer. That wasn't originally on the schedule, I don't believe. And a lot of times when that happens, there's not a lot of buildup, I guess is the best way to say it. So therefore, there's not as much of a movement and impact in the market. And that's what happened. We watched the trade for 2 minutes. It didn't move in either direction. It was within like a 3-4 pip little area there, and after 2 minutes I just closed them out. So you'll see the orders in your history. There'll just be no wins or losses because it never actually triggered to get traded, and typically that's what I'll do is I'll watch it for 2 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes, and then I'll close it out, because at that point, if it triggers, you're starting off a couple pips with the spread and whatnot in the negative, and if it doesn't really make a move, it's just flipping a coin for the most part at that point, So the other one, but yeah, we have tons of trades this week, so we're bound to get some decent ones. Hopefully, we can get 1 or 2 good trades this week. But you guys, let's see. I want to see how you guys, how committed you guys are. Put a 1 in there if you guys are with us, man. Like long term, man, for the ride, because I'm excited everything we got moving forward here, and my brother and I, we pretty much put everything aside, and like this is our baby. Like I mentioned before, we're putting everything we have into this, all of our time, everything. Okay, and I want to see you guys are with us here for the long term, because as I said before, it's ups and downs. It's trading. We're going to have losing days, losing weeks, no big deal. But all it takes, and especially with our EA, with our red folder EA. I mean, it just takes one trade. We literally went from down 30% to up 50% one time on one trade in like 30 seconds. So it just takes that one. So, don't, keep checking your account every day or 5 times a day or after every trade. You can. I'd probably be doing the same thing, but I understand it's trading, and I understand the market, and that there's going to be losses. There's going to be consecutive losses. And it's all money management, and then on top of that, just hitting those good ones here and there, and that's where the real money's at. So, hey Dean, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I know Dean's excited here, finally to get something that's working, and that that you guys can control your money and not sit here and beg for a withdrawal for months and months from some platform that a piece, says they're doing one thing, and who knows what's really going on behind the scenes. And that goes with other like Forex platforms too. There's a lot of them. They show you proof of trades. You don't really know, The nice thing here is, you guys have full control of your money. So, you want to take a withdrawal at any time. You could just stop trading it at any time, So, any other questions, guys? Gil, how'd you know what I was talking about? That's one in particular. I hate to use that as an example because it's a pathetic comparison. I don't even want to put ourselves in the same boat, but it's just so frustrating. Gil, I don't want to like throw you under the bus there, but he's pretty well invested with them, and man, I'm praying that he gets. If Gil just gets his seed money back, he's like tripled his money because of the price of Bitcoin. So and it'll be a lot of weight lifted off of me because he came in like right when they stopped paying. It's ridiculous. So Ernest, what's up, buddy? Yep. So and he's gonna have an update tonight at 3 a.m. Pacific time. So I'll just catch it tomorrow. I already have suspicions on that, but Yeah, Bitcoin, man. Dean, Bitcoin's on fire, man. It's like 9,300 or something like that. We're reaching 10,000. Can be reaching 10,000 again, you know. But and we can do, you guys, we can trade Bitcoin against the U.S. dollar with our broker, but we just don't want to. You know, it's not as easy as it sounds. You know, it's easy when you know it's going to go up, and it's like 2 years ago. You know, when it shot up to 20 grand. You know, I didn't even know that much about Forex. I mean, I was trading with Forex, but I wasn't that skilled with it, and I just rode the wave. I just put money in and bought Bitcoin versus the U.S. dollar, and I turned a couple thousand and like $20,000 in 2.5 weeks. It was crazy. And then, of course, it just tanked right after that, you know. So, but we can trade it. We just haven't found a surefire way to do it and get, you know, consistent profits out of it. I don't think. Michael, do you know if any of the services that we belong to, do they do any trading with Bitcoin or no? Because I haven't seen any of that in our history. I don't know if you heard me there, but or maybe he's typing it out right now. But all right, guys, is there any other? Let's see. Is there any other questions you guys have? Oh, okay. So yeah, one of the services, signal services that we belong to, does do some Bitcoin. So, you know, you might see a Bitcoin trade pop up here and there. But again, we don't just take trades to take trades. You know, we're trying to be very selective when it comes to the manual trading. You know, that's why we belong to so many different signal services, so we can, you know, weed out the good from the bad, see who's on fire and who's not. And sometimes, you know, it's just, no matter what you do, it's just, you know, Murphy's Law, like I said, you know, you can't, you know, you zig and it zags. So you got to know it's money management. Like I said, you got to know when to just sit back, let it do its thing, and then know when to jump back on board. Yeah, not a lot of brokers offer the Bitcoin. Yeah, and I noticed that. First thing I noticed when we set up the platform is that Bitcoin was on there, and I think Litecoin and Ethereum, I believe, is on there too. Okay, guys. It's been a half an hour. I didn't want to go too long on this. So, and this will be recorded. So this will be up, pop up in the next hour or two, probably on the Facebook page. And yeah, let's do this, guys. Let's get this quota. It's beneficial to everybody once we get to that 50K mark. And then from there, of course, you know, sky's the limit. And then we're on to just really, really good stuff. And it'll be perfect for what we have planned with, knock on wood, with the new what we're testing out with the hedging system. So, hey Bryce, what's up, buddy? Good to see you on here. So I'm sure you'll be hitting me up with some questions. All right, guys, I guess that's it for now. Looks like we got everything answered. And any other questions, just go ahead and chime in here on Facebook or email us. Myself or my brother will get back to you, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, happy trading. Take care.